Texas property tax exemptions for homeowners. This presentation will provide you with information regarding available residential homestead exemptions, a summary of application requirements, and how to apply for an exemption. There are two types of property tax exemptions available for homeowners: partial exemptions and total tax exemptions. A partial exemption removes a portion of your value from taxation, whereas a total tax exemption removes all of your homestead's appraised value from taxation. We will cover partial exemptions, such as the General Residence Homestead Exemption and total tax exemptions, including the 100% disabled veteran exemption. The most common homestead exemption available is the General Residence Homestead Exemption. With this exemption on file, the school district will exclude $25,000 of your property's total appraised value from taxation. As you may see in the example, if your home is valued at $173,800, the school district will tax you as if you were valued at $148,800. The over 65 exemption is another common exemption available. A homeowner may apply for the over 65 exemption immediately upon qualification. Many taxing units exclude a portion of your appraised value from taxation, but most effective is the amount of value excluded by the school district. Amounts range depending on the district you reside, but the school district will exclude between $10,000 and $25,000 of your appraised value before taxation. If you are disabled under Social Security guidelines, you may qualify for the Disabled Person Exemption. When applying, in addition to the exemption application, a current letter from the Social Security Administration confirming you have been approved as a disabled individual will be required. Please contact our office for more information on how you may qualify. For all of the homestead exemptions located on Form 50-114, the property must be the applicant's primary residence, must be owned by the applicant, and a copy of the owner's Texas driver's license or Texas ID with an address matching the property must be submitted along with the application. There are a few exceptions that may be made in regards to the request for the Texas driver's license or Texas ID matching the property address. If an owner is currently residing in a nursing facility or is an active duty military member, for example, this requirement may be waived. If you fall under any of the categories listed on this slide, please indicate this on the application and supply the supporting documentation referenced. Another benefit to the homestead exemption is the limitation it provides. Increases in market value are common and are not limited by law. Once established, however, the homestead cap will limit the increase of your assessed value to 10% above the previous year's assessed value, not including added improvements like additions or a pool. For example, if your home's value were to increase from $100,000 this year to $125,000 next year, you would not be assessed taxes on more than a value of $110,000. One of the largest benefits to the over 65 or disabled person exemption is the tax ceiling or tax freeze. Once the exemption is in place, the dollar amount of taxes that the owner pays in the first year will be frozen at that amount for any concurrent years, even if the value has increased. This tax ceiling or freeze is applicable to many taxing units, including the school district, but does not apply to all taxing units. Therefore, when there is a value change, a small increase on your tax bill will be seen. Keep in mind that new additions to your home, like a pool or an extra room, will be an addition to your tax ceiling. The 100% disabled veteran exemption is a total tax exemption available to veterans receiving 100% disability compensation due to a service-connected disability and a rating of 100% disabled or individual unemployability. A recent letter from the Department of Veterans Affairs confirming this compensation and rating will be required when applying. A surviving spouse may qualify to retain over 65, disabled person, and 100% disabled veteran exemptions. Please contact our office for more information on qualifications. If you are a partially disabled veteran and your home was donated to you by a charitable organization at no cost or at 50% or less of your property's market value at purchase, you may qualify for the Donated Residence of a Partially Disabled Veteran exemption. Two total exemptions available include the surviving spouse of an armed service member killed in action or the surviving spouse of a first responder killed in the line of duty. Please contact our office for more information if you think you may qualify. You may submit your application and supporting documentation in one of several ways: by using our online services portal at www.bcad.org, by email at cs@bcad.org, by fax, by mail, or by using the drop box located in front of our office at 411 North Frio. Remember to include a copy of your Texas driver's license or Texas ID with an address that matches the property you are applying for, as well as the necessary supporting documentation. Though the application reflects an April 30th deadline, keep in mind that a late application for residence homestead may be filed up to 2 years after the deadline for filing has passed. Thank you for viewing our Residence Homestead Exemption presentation. Please contact our office at 210-242-2432 or by email at cs@bcad.org if you have any questions.